Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica for those of you who are new. Today, as you can see by the title, I'm taking you to the gym. I'm gonna be showing you guys 20 isolation workouts that just target the booty and not the thighs. Because let's face it, who doesn't want a nicer booty for 2021? If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so you can join the family, and let's just get right into it. So, the first workout I'm going to show you is called a hip thrust. I love it because you can go really heavy. The hip thrust is performed with your back on an elevated surface. So some tips when performing this workout is that you want to make sure that you're pushing through your heels so that you activate your glutes. You want to achieve full hip extension, meaning going all the way down and all the way up. You also want to go slow and squeeze at the top to really feel that burn. And lastly, you want to concentrate keeping your knees out to target that booty. So our second exercise is called the single leg hip bridge. When doing this workout, you have to lie on your back and you're going to place your hands on the floor for stability. As you bend one leg and lift the other leg toward the ceiling, pressing your heel into the floor, lift your pelvis up and bring your body in a stiff bridge position. Some tips are to make sure to push through your heels to activate your glutes. So sometimes I see people lifting through their heel and pushing with their toes. And if you're doing that, you're really not gonna feel your glutes activate. So you really wanna concentrate that. And obviously you gotta squeeze at the top. Workout number 3 is called a cable hip abduction. To begin, you're going to stand tall with one shoulder next to the cable machine and your legs about shoulder width apart. An ankle attachment should be placed around the ankle that's farthest from the cable machine. Place one hand on your hips while your other hand is on the cable machine. Raise the weighted leg out to the side as high as possible. Pause there, then you're going to repeat. So some tips when doing this workout is that you want to avoid bending forward. So you only want to move through your hips and you're going to stand as straight and centered as possible. Our fourth workout is called cable kickbacks. So to start, step back a bit until you feel some resistance and then use your other leg for your main support. Bend your knees slightly and keep your abs tight as possible. Then, slowly kick your leg back until your hip is extended and your glute is contracted. Finally, focus on squeezing the glute, holding it for about 1 or 2 seconds, and return back to starting position. Some helpful tips when doing this workout is really important to make sure squeezing at the top real tight and perform this exercise at a full range of motion to get all the benefits. Our fifth workout is called glute rainbows. To start, get down on all fours, and then you want to extend your leg out to the side and aim it so it's in line with your hip, and very slowly you're going to lift your leg up and over, aiming to take it over behind you. Holding it in that position for a second, then slowly bring it back over. Some good tips are to literally imagine you're drawing a rainbow and engage your tummy muscles. So really lifting your leg up and high. Rainbows are an especially well-rounded butt exercise because they have you moving your glutes both up and down and back and forth. You work all 3 gluteus muscles, your gluteus medius, maximus, and minimus. Our sixth workout is called side leg out circles. So for this workout, you're gonna lie on your side with your head resting on your hand. Lift your leg and rotate it in circles. Some tips are to make sure that your body stays straight, and you want to make sure that your leg is directly under the body. To make it more challenging, you can use leg weights like mine, or if you're a beginner, using your body weight is literally fine. Our 7th workout is called a single leg hip thrust. Place your back against the bench with one knee bent and the other foot flat on the floor. Raise your other leg and bend your knee so that your hip and knee form a 90-degree angle. Place the back of your elbows against the bench, pushing your knees out, squeeze your glutes, and raise your hips until they're in line with your torso. Lower back down to the starting position. Some tips are to perform this nice and slow and concentrate on pushing from the heel. Our 8th workout is called bent knee reverse hyperextension. When doing this workout, you're going to start by laying face down on an exercise bench. Grab the end of the bench with your hands, and the other end of the bench should be just above your waist so that your legs have room to hang. Then, bend your knees and tighten your core. Lift your legs in the air so that your knees are in a straight line with your hips and shoulders. Pause, then slowly lower legs back to the starting position. If you're advanced, using leg weights are recommended. If not, using your body weight is more than enough. Some tips are to make sure that you have controlled reps, meaning do not use momentum as in no swinging. Also, do not hyperextend your lower back because you can really damage it. You should focus on small movements and just using your glute muscles, and make sure to pause at the top of each rep. 9th workout is called banded fire hydrants. So to start, you're going to begin on your hands and knees. Place your shoulders above your hands and your hips above your knees. Tighten your core and look down. Lift your left leg away from your body at a 45-degree angle. Keep your knee at 90 degrees. Lower your leg to starting position to complete the rep. Some tips are keeping your core and pelvis stable. Also, your hips should be the only thing moving. Otherwise, your hips and glutes won't activate properly. And really make sure to pause at the top, moving slowly to really feel the burn. Our 10th workout is called a banded side step. Step inside of a tight resistance band. Then, place the band on your ankles. Separate your feet to shoulder width. Place a slight bend in your knees while keeping your chest up. Slowly step to the side with your right foot. Your stance should be well outside of shoulder width apart. Pause, then step with the left foot in the same direction as the right. Some tips are to keep constant tension on the band by pressing the knees outward into the band. Do not break your semi-squatted position during your stepping. Keep your hips seated back and a slight bend in the knees. Never let the feet come any closer than shoulder width apart. Your step should be wide and engage the core. Our 11th workout is called banded sitting down hip abductions. To start, sit down on a bench facing sideways. Then, step both feet into a resistance band and pull it up around your lower thighs. Step feet wider than hip distance apart and point your toes outward slightly. Keeping your knees over your toes, pull your knees away from each other and feel the resistance from the band. Be sure to keep your feet on the floor, but they can tilt outward slightly. Some tips are holding the band apart for about 3 seconds and performing it slow and making sure your feet are always wider than hip distance to get all the benefits. Our 12th workout is called standing rope pull-throughs. Set the pulley low on the cable stack machine. Use the V attachment as this makes it easier to pull through your legs. Inhale, then hinge at the hips, keeping a flat back with your chest up. Once you reach the bottom, exhale and push through your hips to return to the standing position. Some tips are pausing at the top and making sure to squeeze and activate your glutes at the top of the movement. Our 13th workout is called rope pulsing sumo squats with an optional band. So to start, you're going to grab the V-shaped rope and you're going to walk out just enough so you have resistance. Then you're going to extend your legs out with your toes pointing outwards. You're going to go to a squat position. Now what we're going to do is we're going to pulse up halfway, then come down. You don't want to go all the way up, just halfway, then down. That would be 1 rep. Moving slow and controlled, activating our glutes, using that mind to muscle connection. Our 14th workout is going to be a band superset. So we're going to do a lateral side step, then we're going to do a back step. This one leaves your glutes literally on fire. So to start, you're going to place the band above your knees. Then step your foot back to the side in a lateral side step. And then you're going to step out to the back. This workout hits literally all the angles. So some tips when doing this workout is that you want to keep constant tension on the booty by staying low and performing controlled reps. Engage your core. So 1 rep equals a lateral side step, then a back step. Our 15th workout is called a stationary lunge with an optional band. Begin by standing in a split stance with your right foot forward and your left foot back. Maintain this position as you bend your legs to lower your hips toward the floor. Continue down until your left knee nears the floor, then press through your right heel to return to the starting position. Use a band to fire your glutes. Some tips are to engage your abdominal muscles, straighten your back, and look down. Our 16th workout is called a Smith machine donkey kick. To start, place a mat below the bar and adjust the bar low. Position yourself on the mat with the arch of your foot on the underside of the bar and your working thigh parallel to the ground. Pushing with your glute through the arch of your foot, extend your knee in a slow and controlled motion. Then return to starting position. Some helpful tips are not to hyperextend your back, just elevating the bar until you feel your glutes engaged. Keeping your core tight and squeezing at the top. You also want to make sure your eyes are looking down so your head and spine are in line with each other. Our 17th workout is called a donkey kick with a resistance band. To begin, place a resistance band between your legs. Then, position yourself on all fours. Knees hip-width apart, hands under your shoulders with your neck and spine neutral. Engage your core and begin to lift your leg, with your knee staying bent, foot staying flat, and hinging at the hip. Use your glute to press your foot directly toward the ceiling. Some tips are to squeeze the booty at the top with slow and controlled movements. Our 18th workout is called Smith Machine Sumo Deadlifts. To start, reach for the bar and hold it with a firm grip, keeping your back straight. Then, you're going to lift the weight by pushing through the heels and knees. Some tips are to keep your core engaged and squeezing at the top without hyperextending your back. Our 19th workout is called bent knee reverse hyperextension. So this workout is much more challenging than the reverse hyperextension I previously demonstrated since you can go heavier. You're going to start by putting the bench below the barbell. You're going to position your feet on the bar with your toes slightly turned out, and you're going to push straight up and down. Using full range of motion, keeping all the tension on your glutes, just going up and down. Some tips are to squeeze at the top and not to hyperextend your back, using only your glute muscles for this exercise. Our 20th and final workout is called a frog pump. To begin, sit with your knees on the floor, pointing outwards and your feet together. Your legs should make a diamond shape. Then lay on the floor. Squeezing your glutes hard, lift your hips, then lower your glutes back down to the floor. Some tips are to concentrate on slow and controlled movements while squeezing at the top.
That's a wrap.
I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope that you got some good ideas from this and some good workouts so that next time you go to the gym, it's a piece of cake. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give it a like if you liked this video, or if you didn't like it, just give it a thumbs down. It helps me either way. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.